So a lot of people want to know, why do women date and or marry men who are in prison?
Wow.
And it's not as uncommon as people think.
No. And let me tell you about that, because I was there. There's nothing wrong with women that's dating men in prison, or have boyfriends, or engaged, or married. Number one, they have what they call, again, conjunctural visits. Conjugal visits, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
To where you can spend time with your loved one. You don't even have to be married, but what's going back, well, you got to be married in order to have a conjugal visit with your wife. And you get 2 days in the morning. But the question was asked, why do women love men in prison?
Yeah. How is it that they fall in love with a guy in prison? And what does that mean to a guy in prison when that happens? How does that help him? How does that support him?
Well, number one, the average guy that has a girlfriend in prison probably was the same woman he has as a girlfriend on the street, or a wife on the street before he got arrested. So that love was already established. But then that same person, his friend might have said, hey Johnny, man, can you hook me up? And his wife says she got a friend named Cheryl, and they hook up, and they start to love each other.
How does it start? Through letter writing?
Through letter writing.
Okay.
Mostly through letter writing, but it starts off through letter writing, and then she might send a phone number for him to call, and that's how everything start involving. Now, is there some kind of insecurity that I feel that a woman gets from being in a relationship with the guy behind bars? Yeah. She knows where her man is at.
She knows where he's at. She knows he's not cheating on him.
Right.
She knows where he's at all times.
But have I heard stories of a guy that's married and also have a girlfriend?
A guy in prison that's married and also has a girlfriend?
Correct. And if this girlfriend is so in love, he has to send her a visiting form. And guess what happens? If the wife knows she can come visit anytime she wants, only one person come in at a time. And one thing all the prisons in California do is make sure that inmate that's going for a visit don't bump heads when they see him already out on a visit, because they have seen the cat fights. So that does happen, and that goes back to what I just said. She knows where her man is at.
So let me ask you this question. So what if what's the chance of, let's say a person's in prison for just 10 years or so.
Right.
And he meets a girl through pen pal, writing, whatever.
Right.
What's the chance of them continuing their relationship when he gets out, and or the chance of them possibly getting married?
That chance is slim. Because most of the guys that's in prison, well, come on, no, I don't want to sit up here and say something where it might be a backlash on my part, but I would just say that most individuals, if they have a woman that's been down with them for the majority of their time they was down, they're gonna be with her.
So the loyalty is there.
The loyalty is there. But you got some individuals, man, you know what I'm saying, the loyalty is there, and they get out and forget who took care of them.
Okay.
They forget out who took care of them.
So if a person, let's say a prisoner meets a woman through
Right.
pen pal, right? Or they get introduced through mutual friends, however it is. Eventually she wants to meet him in person, right? And obviously he would want to meet her in person.
Correct.
So, and they're entitled to have such a visit, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's say this person is never getting out of prison.
Mm-hmm.
If he wanted to, he could marry this woman in prison,
Yes.
right?
Yes. And they just started last year, right before COVID, that if you are a lifer, and a lifer mean it's called an LWOP, life without parole, meaning you never getting out of jail as of yet. It means you ain't getting out of jail, period.
Right.
But now these LWOP guys and girls can actually go on visits I don't know, you ain't never been in prison before. You said it better than me. I just say a family visit.
Right.
For 2 days and a wake up.
Okay. So if you get married, you can have conjugal visits.
Right.
How often?
Anywhere from 30 to 90 days on a...
Every 30 to 90 days with your wife.
Right.
Which means that you guys can have children, right?
Yeah.
And this prisoner can have a family and be able to actually see his family at least a couple times a year.
Correct. Yeah.
Cool.
Couldn't have said that no better. You need to be on the other side of the camera, man.
And then one last question on this topic.
Yeah.
What does it do for a prisoner? How does it help him mentally and emotionally to have a girlfriend? And vice versa, right? Because I'm imagining women prisoners can do the same thing, right? They can have a boyfriend.
Yes, but see that what you just said right now, I mean, is it was, you know, that right there goes to a word that's called envy.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm your next door neighbor and I hear, James, 128, get ready for your visit, and it's not a weekend, it's not Saturday or Sunday, so if it's Monday through Friday, that means he's going on a family visit. I'm looking out my cell door like all the other inmates in the pod. We all on our door, and we're looking at this guy getting ready to go have sex. We don't care about a family visit. We didn't hear the word family. We heard go have sex. You can get ready to go have sex.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we heard.
But I mean, like, okay, and that's only entitled to a prisoner if he's married.
Right.
Okay, but here's what I'm saying.
Oh no.
Even if you have a girlfriend.
No. If your mom or dad wants to come and spend time with you on a family visit, they can. You don't have to be married.
But that's not a conjugal visit. That's just a visit.
Of course.
Right. Of course. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So my question is this: when a prisoner just has a girlfriend, like, what does it do for him as far as companionship? I mean, no doubt it helps him with the time that he's serving, right?
Yeah. Well, that's one thing. Even now, even if I'm not getting a family visit,
Mm-hmm.
even if I'm not married, even if I ain't never had a visit, when I see, well, when me or any other individual see that guy coming back from his family visit,
Mm-hmm.
one thing that we know, 9 out of 10, that guy might be a lifer
Mm-hmm.
who's been down a while or who's just starting his journey. And when we say starting his journey, he might have just been in prison for the first 5-6 years and still got 10, 20 more to go. So we feel that hey, he's married, man. Hey, man, that boy married.
Right.
It's a good feeling. So
Right.
we don't have people that hate on him, but we have people that envy that in a good way.
Okay.
In a good way.
But to him, it's helping him do his time. He's got somebody that loves him, somebody that cares. He's got someone to love and to care for. And it's bringing him some type of...
Yeah, it's taking him out the prison system for 72 hours.
Well, I'm saying even without the visit, even when he's not getting a visit, let's just say he's just writing letters with somebody or talking to somebody on the phone when he can.
Yeah.
Then that's something to help him through the time, right?
Now, let's go back to if you're not married and you got a woman or you got a lady friend that's writing you in prison.
Mm-hmm.
The best feeling in the world, man, is from that when they passing out mail and say, James.
That's what I'm referring to.
Yeah, James, you got a letter. When you open that letter, you just don't.
It's everything to you, right?
You just don't open that letter, man. You got to flip it off.
Yeah.
When was it postmarked? Oh man,
It's everything. It's like the world to you.
And I have experienced this. I done had a letter where I done set it down and
Didn't even want to open it right away, right? Just cherish the moment.
Just cherishing it.
Right.
And then when I do open it, you read, like this card says Merry Christmas. You read, you look at the letters of that.
Yeah, you really appreciate it.
You really appreciate it.
And I know it varies across various states and various prison systems, but I know that more and more prison systems are starting to allow prisoners. They want to encourage family interaction. They want you to have a family. They want you because they know that this is part of helping to rehabilitate you, and obviously it's helping you psychologically as well, you know, to do your time.
That's correct.